Hi, Hey House. I am so excited. So I'm just going to take a moment to just ground in. I really want to say what I need to say without just rambling in excitement. But I won a bursary to the Writers' Workshop this year and through the Diverse Wisdom Programme. And I'm just so grateful for that. So grateful. It was an amazing weekend. And I have the opportunity to now submit this book proposal. So thank you so much for that. So I am a Building Personal Resilience Heart Math certified coach. I am also an integrated attachment theory certified coach with Thais Gibson. But that's not where I started. Like, you will read in my book proposal that I hit rock bottom. I had my pivotal moment, many tragic stories that I weaved in. But from my pivotal moment, I actually started out as a self-love coach. I was done just overgiving. I talk a lot in my book about overgiving, overcaring, overgiving, and overreacting. My kids are screaming in the background. And I was empty. I had nothing left to give. So I just started this journey of self-love and what that meant for me, and I shared it online. I never expected it to become anything of a business or anything like that, and before I knew it, I had this community of women who were all like very inspired by what I was doing and asking me if they could learn from me. So it all started from there. But I want to talk about that because as my journey of healing and transformation has unfolded, that's the way that I've written my book. Like, it's not just just teachings. It's not just more information for women. It's actually an unfolding in the way that life is. I do have a 5-step process, my own unique framework, which I'll talk about in a moment, weaved in there, but it's an unfolding. And like myself and my journey, it's just a continuous growth, development, evolution. And as I started off as a self-love coach, and then I learned a lot more about emotional regulation and how important that was, not just for my physical body, but for manifesting. You know, Neville Goddard speaks of, you got to feel it, feel it real, feel it done. And I knew that I was the least emotionally regulated person, one of the least emotionally regulated people on the planet, and I knew that that was a block for me. So as I started to dive deeper into emotional regulation, that then led me into learning about chronic stress and emotional regulation. And then as that unfolded, and my chronic pain journey became a thing in my life, and how I linked that to chronic stress, that then evolved in my teachings. And then here we are now, because although positive mindset and affirmations absolutely did help change my life, learning about emotional regulation helped change my life, incorporating self-love, it all helped change my life, but there was still something missing. And I got to this point where I thought, am I really going to have these intense emotions for the rest of my life? Am I really going to have to regulate these emotions for the rest of my life? I don't want to regulate my emotions for the rest of my life. I want to be free of them. I want to be free of chronic pain. I don't want to manage my chronic pain for the rest of my life. I don't want to manage my stress. Like, everyone's manage your stress, manage your pain. I don't want that. I wanted freedom. And for me, when the attachment theory piece came in, that's when everything clicked for me. And although at first I called it the Heart of Resilience, heart is my framework. It's an acronym. H is for healing, E is for emotional regulation, A is for awareness, R is for resilience, and T is for transformation. And when that came about and that worked for me, and I knew it worked for me, incorporating the insecure attachment and realizing that's the root cause of chronic stress for many of us. Many women in my world of work, we are chronically stressed, but we also have a chronic illness. And then you go further back and see that they have an insecure attachment. There's a lot of domestic abuse. Like, it's all linked. And it was just this aha moment for me. And I remember hearing Etta James at last and being like, oh my gosh, at last. And that's why I called my book Whole at Last, because I finally felt like I had the missing piece. So I have my own frameworks, my own trifectas, and they are all weaved in with my personal story. And I really do hope that you enjoy reading my book proposal and that I'm able to express my message in the way that I need to. But I'll leave it here. Thank you. And thank you for this opportunity.